Hey, happy Sunday. And welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Wednesday, and sometimes, like today, on Sunday at 7:30 Eastern and 4:30 Pacific time. We have a very special show for you tonight with 3 shows in one. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and make your guesses as we uncover the 20 most celebrated architectural structures in history. And then we'll test our knowledge of history by counting down the 20 most influential monarchs in history. And if you do stick around, we will have a bonus round later on. Now, please do check in the chat. Oh, I see some people checking in. Say hello. Feel free to comment. If I see questions along the way, I'll do my best to address those as we go. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Arena. Rhombus. What's going on? Good to see everybody tonight. You guys ready to play some robots? Okay, let's fire those things up. And we'll load our first video file and get this show on the road. Here we go. You know the rules. The robots do the painting around here, and you guys do the guessing. I give you some clues along the way. Typically, we'll start off easy and get a little harder over time. And that's certainly true of this first round. First couple are awful easy. So here we go. 20 most celebrated structures in history. This one is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It originally was covered in polished limestone. It would have shone brightly in the sunlight. Yes, of course. Ramses is right on top of it. I told you we'd start off easy. It was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. It was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. And again, it is located on the Giza Plateau near Cairo. And you guys have it. Hey, Aishitsu, what's going on? You guys got the easy one first off. Let's see. What other question can we do? Who knows what the pyramid was built for? What was the reason they built this thing? Anybody know? What was the reason? This is the only remaining wonder of the world, I believe. The others have all fallen down. Yeah, nuclear reactor, power generator. Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't think that's true. It was actually built as a tomb for King Khufu, supposedly. And nuclear reactor. Okay, next up. This was built on a hill that overlooks the city of Athens. It served as a temple dedicated to the goddess of wisdom and warfare. It was partially destroyed in the 17th century during an explosion. Huh, that sounds cool. Mount Olympus is incorrect. Although, I don't know. Maybe it was based on Mount Olympus or something. I don't know. It is dedicated to the goddess Athena. There you go. Rhombus. Correct, you guys are. The Parthenon. And the Parthenon is a symbol of classic Greek architecture, representing the cultural and political achievements of ancient Athens. Who can name the hill it's on top of? Anybody know what that one's called? Going once, going twice. It is the Acropolis, of course, the Acropolis. Okay, last easy one. Then we're going to get a little harder after that. It was originally known as the Flavian Amphitheater, or Flavian, if you prefer. It was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. It could accommodate an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators. Do it! What's going on? We got everybody in the house tonight. Good to see all you guys. Awesome. We got a good show. Should be good. It was a complex system of underground chambers used to house animals and gladiators. It is located in the heart of Rome. Yes, indeed. I got a few added effects with a robot that added some lighting effects. Bubbles. And we have bubbles. Kind of like the Lawrence Welk show. Anybody? If anybody wants a reference, Google that, the Lawrence Welk show. Yes, indeed, this is the Colosseum. It remains one of the greatest examples of Roman engineering, symbolizing the grandeur and brutality of ancient Roman entertainment. Okay, let's get a little harder now. This one was originally built as a Christian basilica in the 6th century. It was converted into a mosque after the Ottoman conquest in 1453. That might be the giveaway. It features a massive dome that seems to float above the central space. Who knows this one? Anybody got it? It served as a museum from 1935 until 2020. It is located in Istanbul, formerly known as Constantinople. Who knows this one? If you didn't know this one, now you do. This is the Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia. Yeah. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. There you go. Cool. I guess it's an amazing building. I'd love to see that one. I would love to see that one. Okay, next up. This was built by the Inca civilization in the 15th century. Not all that long ago, really. It is located at an altitude of 2,430 meters above sea level, which we'd have to do our calculation, but it's kind of high. It was largely unknown to the outside world until its rediscovery in 1911. Puma Punchu. That's incorrect. Who knows? Who was the explorer that rediscovered it? Lost city of the Incas. It is situated high in the Andes Mountains of Peru. There you go, Stuart. Stuart's on top of it. Anybody remember the name of the explorer that rediscovered it in 1911? No? Going once? Going? Hiram Bingham. Hiram Bingham. Cool name, huh? Yeah, this is Machu Picchu of the Incan Empire, of course. That is correct. Okay, next up. You'll know this one. It was initially criticized by many Parisians for its unusual design. It was the tallest structure in the world when completed in 1889. It was constructed as the entrance arch for the World Fair. The robots are hitting these buildings on the button tonight. You know, usually the robots struggle with the buildings and the places. But I think they're doing an excellent job tonight. Yes, you guys have it. Everybody's got it. It was designed by an engineer who also worked on the Statue of Liberty. It is an iconic symbol of Paris. And yes, indeed, this is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is a symbol of modern engineering and innovation, becoming one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. Don't forget, the Eiffels, they were brothers, right? Two brothers. One was the engineer, one was the architect, or something. Something like that. I failed. I'm sure I mispronounced it. It's illegal to photograph it at night. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, next up. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. That's right, there are new 7 wonders. It was built during the Mughal Empire by an emperor in memory of his wife. It is often referred to as the jewel of the Muslim art in India. There you go. You guys got it. Everybody's got it. Pretty iconic, isn't it? Pretty cool. I would like to see that one too. I'd probably like to see all these. I guess I would like to see all these. The white marble structure is known for its intricate inlay work. It was commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of Mumtaz Mahal. I guess that was his wife. Everybody's got it. This is indeed the Taj Mahal. It's a testament to love and architectural beauty, representing the pinnacle of Mughal architecture with its exquisite craftsmanship. Taj Mahal. There it is. Cool. You guys are doing good. You guys are doing good tonight. Its construction began in the 12th century and took nearly 200 years to complete. It is known for its flying buttresses and Gothic architecture. Now remember, these are the 20 most outstanding architecture in the world, which that helps. It suffered significant damage in a fire in 2019. That's right, bad news. The cathedral is a setting for a famous novel by Victor Hugo. Everybody's getting it. Promise was first. Stewart's got it. It is one of the most famous Gothic cathedrals in Paris. And yes, it has a hunchback. I added that clue. Yes, this is Notre Dame. Notre Dame Cathedral is a symbol of Gothic architecture, embodying centuries of French history and artistic achievement. The Notre Dame Cathedral. Yeah, fire was a bummer. That was a big fire too. Whew. Hot one. Cool. Yeah, I think the robots are painting good on the buildings tonight. They're usually not quite as good. Here we go. Next up, number 9 on our hit parade. It was originally built to protect against invasions from nomadic tribes. And it stretches over 13,000 miles. That should be a giveaway clue, right? The majority of the wall that stands today was constructed during the Ming Dynasty, M-I-N-G. It is one of the most ambitious building projects ever completed in human history. Boy, look at you guys go. You got the whole detailed answer. There you go. Great Wall of China. It is often mistakenly believed to be visible from space, but that is not true. It is a testament to the engineering feats of ancient China, built to protect and to unify the country. Great Wall, 13,000 miles. Long walk. Run, Forrest, run. Okay, number 10. It is one of the largest churches in the world and the center of the Roman Catholic Church. Its dome was designed by Michelangelo and dominates the skyline of the Vatican City. It is built on what is believed to be the burial site of St. Peter. You guys don't have it yet. No, the clue was on the burial site of St. Peter. This church features stunning works of art, including Bernini's Baldachin. It is located in Vatican City, serving as a major pilgrimage site. Well, Vatican is kind of the answer, but what is the name of the church? Anybody know? Going once. Name of the church. Going twice. This is the St. Peter's Basilica, the masterpiece of Renaissance architecture, symbolizing the spiritual heart of Catholicism. Spiritual heart. No Catholics out there. All right, next up. It was originally built as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu. It was later transformed into a Buddhist temple and remains an active religious site. Who knows? It is the largest religious monument in the world, spanning over 400 acres. It is located in Siem Reap. I don't know if I said that right. Cambodia. Did I say that right? Siem Reap. And it is the centerpiece of the Angkor Archaeological Park. I'd say that's the clue. Angkor Archaeological Park. There you go. Robots. But stick your neck out there. Yeah, Temple of Doom. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Showcasing architectural sophistication and spiritual depth of the Khmer Empire. Khmer. How do you say that? Khmer? Khmer? Yeah. There you go. Oh, we're halfway through the next one. I better get going. It was originally constructed as a small fortress before being expanded into a royal palace. The complex is known for its beautiful courtyards, fountains, and intricate tile work. It represents one of the finest examples of Moorish architecture in Spain. Who knows? Who's been there? This would be cool to touch these too. Definitely. Although all of them, right? All of them. Angkor Wat would be awesome. But this would be cool to see. The name translates to the red one in Arabic, referring to the color of its walls. It is located in Granada, Spain, and was a palace for the Nasrid Sultan. I don't. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. It's the Alhambra. The Alhambra. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. The Alhambra is an exquisite example of Islamic architecture. There you go. Next up, it started as a hunting lodge before being transformed into a grand royal palace. The gardens at this palace are famous as the building itself. featuring fountains and sculptures. It symbolizes the absolute monarchy of the French kings. I guess that's another way of it to show off. The Hall of Mirrors is one of its most famous rooms, known for its opulent decor. It was the principal residence of King Louis the 14th. Or he's also known as the Sun King, if you didn't know that. Yeah, you guys have it. You guys got it. Yeah. This is just like the one Senate building. The Palace of Versailles. The Palace of Versailles is a symbol of opulence of the French monarchy and one of the most renowned examples of Baroque architecture. So there's something to learn. Excellent example of Baroque. There you go. Next up. It is known as the Rose City due to the color of the stone. The site was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom around the 4th century BC. It is partly built and partly carved into the rock with intricate facades. This has been featured on several of my shows. Anybody know? It remained unknown to the Western world until it was rediscovered in 1812. Hang on for the next round. We do have some guys that take their shirts off in the next round. That's what you're looking for. You guys got it. You guys got it. Very good. It is famous for the treasury, an iconic facade carved into the sandstone cliff. Petra is a stunning archaeological site that reveals the ingenuity of the Nabateans, blending the natural beauty with intricate stone-carved architecture. Next up. It was one of the largest Mayan cities and an important cultural center. The Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, I think we had an El Castillo on the board earlier, is its iconic structure. The site does feature a large ball court used for ritual games. Has anybody been here? I haven't been here yet. No, it's not Machu Picchu. Similar name though, kind of. Similar name. I've been to Tulum. Tulum is the ruins that are on the ocean. Kind of cool. They have a beautiful beach. The ruin. But this is another place. This is the biggest one. This is the big one. The shadow created by the pyramid during the spring and fall equinox resembles a serpent. Wow, that sounds cool. It is located in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. Nobody knows? Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is an important relic of Mayan civilization representing their advanced understanding of astronomy, architecture, and culture. Next up. We're up to number 16 already. Time flies. It served as an imperial palace of Chinese emperors for nearly 500 years. It contains nearly 1,000 buildings with over 9,000 rooms. It was the ceremonial and political center of the Chinese government during the Ming and Qing, with a Q, dynasties. I didn't know you could have a word that starts with Q but doesn't have a U next. I guess in Chinese you can. Yeah, you got it. Jan, what's up? up? Is this the one that's overrated, Jan? Or was that the Japanese one? The complex is surrounded by a moat and high walls. It is located in Beijing and is now a museum open to the public. The Forbidden City is a symbol of Chinese cultural heritage, showcasing the grandeur of traditional Chinese palatial architecture. A mouthful. No, this wasn't the overrated one. Next up, number 17. It is a freestanding bell tower that began leaning during its construction. Its tilt is due to the unstable foundation soil and inadequate design. The tower is part of the cathedral complex. Efforts to stabilize it began in the 20th century, preventing further tilting. So they've stopped the tilt. Don't straighten it though, right? What if they don't want to straighten it? Yeah, you've got it. I should do not. It's located in Pisa, Italy, and is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is a testament to medieval engineering. I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And perseverance, becoming an enduring symbol of resilience. I don't know. That sounds like nonsense. Robots. Yeah, I know. Pizza sounds good now. The robots are on point with their painting tonight, though. Am I right? Okay, next up. It is built on a small rocky island that becomes completely surrounded by water during high tide. The site has been a strategic stronghold and place of pilgrimage for centuries. Its Gothic style abbey rises dramatically above the surrounding landscape. Sardinia, no, that is incorrect. Its Gothic style abbey, oh, I already said that. It is connected to the mainland by a causeway, which is sometimes flooded. There you go. You've got it. You've got it. It is located off the coast of Normandy, France. Mont Saint Michel. I'll say that properly. Or is it Michel? Mont Saint Michel or Mont Saint Michel is an extraordinary example of medieval architecture blending natural and human-made elements in a unique setting. Quite unique. Cool. Yeah, that'd be cool to see for sure. All right, next up, we got two left. Two more. It is an Islamic shrine built on the site sacred to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All three. It is known for its large golden dome, which shines brightly over Jerusalem. The structure was built in the 7th century and is one of the oldest Islamic buildings. Who knows the name of this place? The interior is adorned with beautiful mosaics, calligraphy, and marble. Do we know the name of this place? It's on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, but it has a particular name. Yeah, I think you got it. There you go. That's it. That is the name. The Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock is a significant religious site representing the intersection of three major world religions, serving as a symbol of Jerusalem itself. There you go. Okay, last one coming up. Number 20 with a bullet. This one was designed by a famous Catalan architect known for his unique nature-inspired style. It remains unfinished, with construction continuing over 140 years after it began. Its intricate facade depicts stories from the Bible, blending Gothic and Art Nouveau styles. How about that? Who knows the architect or the building or the city it's in? Pick anything. Throw them out there. Incorrect. It is not a cow. The architect was Antonio Gaudí. Antonio Gaudí. It is located in the city of Barcelona. And it's known as, who knows that? Who knows the name of this structure? Church. Anybody know? Barcelona Gaudí is correct. Anybody remember the name? The name. Going once. Going twice. Sagrada Familia. Sagrada Familia is a masterpiece of architecture, innovation, and devotion, blending Gothic and organic forms to create one of the most iconic churches in the world. All right, you guys did pretty darn good on that round, I'd say. I think you're learning architecture. We're drilling it into you here. Quick Bite History Live. You guys do pretty well? Yeah, it seemed like you did pretty good. All right, let's fire up the next round and get things going. Let's not leave any grass growing. What are we doing next? Anybody remember? We're going to be counting down the 20 most influential monarchs in history. Okay? And of course, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I give some clues. We're going to count these down now. Remember, this is number 20. And I'm going to do them first person. I ruled an empire based in the city of Palmyra. I'll try to do a woman's voice. I led a rebellion against the Roman Empire, briefly conquering Egypt. My name means life of Zeus. No, this is way before Joan of Arc. And Joan of Arc wasn't a monarch. So there you go. No, it's not Cleopatra. It's after Cleopatra. I was known for my intelligence, strategic mind, and ambition, though, like Cleopatra. And I was ultimately defeated and captured by Emperor Aurelian. 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 There you go. Anybody know who this is? This is the queen. This is Queen Zenobia. Queen Zenobia. She is remembered for her defiance of Rome and her attempt to create a powerful Eastern empire. There you go. We're going to go every other, so this next one's a dude. I was crowned on Christmas Day in the year 800. So there's the big clue. My name means Charles the Great. I united much of the Western Europe under my rule. My reign is known for revival in learning and culture. Carolinian thing or something. Yeah, there you go, Jan. You got it. I am called the Father of Europe. The Father of Europe. This is the guy. Father of Europe. That's right. This is Charlemagne. He also has like a popular morning podcast, right? Not that one. Different Charlemagne. Charlemagne's leadership fostered the foundation of modern Europe and inspired the concept of a unified continent. That's right, he reunified the Holy Roman Empire in the year 800 after it had fallen apart in what, 450 or so, right? Okay, I'm getting off track here. We're back to a lady. I am the only woman in Chinese history to rule as an emperor. Only Chinese emperor that was a woman. I promoted Buddhism as the state religion during my rule. I established the Zhou dynasty for a brief period. My reforms strengthened the civil service exam system. I don't know. Do you guys know any Chinese history? They have this civil service exam. It's like to be in the civil service, you had to pass all this stuff. Unlike today, they got to reinstitute that now. Federal government. I ruled during the Tang Dynasty and broke many conventions of my time. Everybody remember this lady. She has the first name Empress. Empress. No? Going once. Going twice. This is Empress Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Wu Zetian's reign reshaped Chinese politics and remains a powerful symbol of female leadership. Next up. Every other, remember? I ruled the city of Babylon in Mesopotamia. I am known for a code of laws carved into stone. My code is one of the oldest surviving written laws. An eye for an eye comes from my code. Anybody know this one? It's a little more obscure, I think. Good luck. My laws covered everything from marriage to trade. This is the law guy. Too many laws. I'm sure that's what they said back then. And they know the law guy? Yeah, it kind of looks like Charles Heston, maybe. Hammurabi. Hammurabi. That sound familiar? King Hammurabi. His code helped shape early governance and justice systems, influencing legal traditions worldwide. Hammurabi. All right, there you go. Learn something more. You're going to learn a lot tonight. I was empress who expanded my country's borders significantly. I corresponded with the famous Enlightenment thinkers from Europe. I took power after my husband's mysterious death. Wonder what happened. My reign helped modernize Russia. There you go. I think you can get this one. I am known as the longest ruling female leader of Russia. Everybody remember her name? Yeah, there you go. Rhombus. Rhombus on the board. This indeed is Catherine the Great. Catherine the Great's rule brought major reforms and helped turn Russia into a European power. Yeah, she was very European. And she used to correspond with Voltaire, right? He was a philosopher. The Enlightenment. There you go. Catherine the Great. Moving on. Next up. I ruled the Maurya Empire in ancient India. Somebody can help me with the pronunciation there. My empire was vast, stretching across most of the Indian subcontinent. This is the Indian ruler guy, emperor. I converted to Buddhism after a particularly bloody war. I felt bad. My edicts promoted nonviolence and compassion. This is the compassionate emperor. I am often symbolized by a pillar or a wheel in India. Interesting. No, this is quite a bit before Muhammad Khan. This guy has a king for a first name. King Ashoka. King Ashoka embraced Buddhism, which influenced his rule and spread Buddhist principles across Asia. King Ashoka from India. He comes in at number 15. The most influential monarchs of all time. You'll know this next lady. I am known as the Virgin Queen. My reign is often called a golden age for English drama. Shakespeare's time. I navigated religious tension between Catholic and Protestants. Who knows who did this and was around when Shakespeare was writing or doing plays or whatever he was doing. I defeated the Spanish Armada in 1588. This lady, there you go. Oh, look at the detail there, Stuart. You've got the whole thing. Very good. My era inspired works by Shakespeare. Yes, it did. And yes, you are correct. This is Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign marked a high point in English culture and established England as a major power. That's right, when they beat the Spanish Armada, which I've got a story about that in my 10 worst weather incidents in history, or something like that. There's a big storm, and that helped the English beat the Spanish Armada. Helped Queen Elizabeth beat the Spanish Armada. A little aside there. All right, down to number 13. I ruled for over 70 years, one of the longest reigns in European history. That might be enough of a clue for you guys that are European history experts. I controlled power and weakened the nobility's influence. I centralized power, excuse me. My palace at Versailles, this is the guy we talked about earlier, set a new standard for opulence. Louis is correct, however, I don't think it's the fourth. I was called the Sun King. I famously declared, I am the state. Yeah, there you go. Good citizen. He is a very good citizen. Louis XIV's reign shaped France's identity as a cultural and political powerhouse. Louis XIV, the Versailles guy. The Versailles guy. I wonder if he made that room of mirrors or whatever, the Hall of Mirrors. All right, next up, that was number 13. We're down to number 12. And remember, these go back and forth between male and female. I was born into a humble background and rose to power. I ruled alongside my husband, Justinian I. You guys know your history? I advocated for women's rights and social reforms. I helped save my husband's arrest during the Nika riots. Yeah, Hall of Mirrors. There you go. Anybody remember who this is? I am one of the most influential women in Byzantine history. Anyway, she was the wife of Justinian, and then when Justinian kicked the bucket, she took over. Or she killed him, or whatever happened. This is Empress Theodora. Theodora's role in Byzantine history showcased her intelligence. Okay, next up. Often depicted with scales or swords for my wisdom. I don't know if the guy's still around. It wants to have the shirt off. But here we go. My wealth was known far and wide. I ruled during Israel's golden age of peace. I built a famous temple in Jerusalem. This is the guy that built that thing. I am known for my wisdom, as in the story of the two mothers. There you go. You got it. You got it. The story of the two mothers. We all know that story. Yes, indeed. This is King Solomon. King Solomon's reign is legendary, often representing wisdom, peace, and prosperity. And no shirt. Must have been hot. Must have been warm. Warm. I think it was warm in the area. In multiple languages, which was unusual for my dynasty. My alliances with Roman leaders were controversial. I think we all know who this is. I had a son with Julius Caesar and a famous romance with Mark Antony. Elizabeth Taylor is the correct answer. I met a tragic end by suicide after a Roman defeat. Yes, you all have it correct. This is her, the one and only, known throughout the world, near and far, Cleopatra. Cleopatra's political maneuvering and romances remain legendary symbols of power and allure. Allure. Yes, she is the symbol of allure. There you go. We're down to number 9. I am known for breaking away from the Catholic Church. A few people did that, right? This one had 6 wives, 2 of whom were executed. Convenient. I established the Church of England. There you go. The winner. Columbus is on the board. I changed England's religious landscape permanently. My reign and personal life became infamous in history. There he is. Robots hit it, didn't they? Right on the button. Looks like your uncle. How many wives does he have? King Henry VIII's actions reshaped England's religious structure and left a lasting impact, especially on two of his wives. He only killed two of them. It's very confusing because he's King Henry VIII, but he only had 6 wives. And I guess you're thinking he had 8 wives. Next up, my reign is often associated with duty and decorum. Decorum being the clue. I was the figurehead of a vast empire at its peak. That's true too. She was in charge when the British Empire was at its peak. I am one of the longest reigning British monarchs. The Industrial Revolution unfolded under my rule. The era of my reign is named after me. How about that? No. The name of our era was named after her. There you go, Stuart. I figured you would get it. I guess that's correct, Jan. I guess you have it. Correct. Queen Victoria, of course. Queen Victoria's reign saw an unprecedented expansion of the British Empire and a lot of societal change. Queen Victoria. Longest reigning British monarch. One of the longest. I don't know, did the recent Queen Elizabeth pass to her? Maybe so. We're down to number 7. I founded one of the first large empires in. Okay. I was known for my tolerance for different cultures. I allowed exiled peoples, including the Jews, to return home. My legacy includes a cylinder considered an early charter of human rights. Interesting. I founded the Achaemenid. Help me pronounce that. Achaemenid Empire in Persia. Achaemenid Empire in Persia. Nope. Anybody know who this is? This is a pretty famous guy. He has a famous name. And he's like, you know how Alexander the Great? This is King Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great's policies of tolerance and respect made him a revered figure in ancient history. One of those ancient kings. All right, we're down to number 6. I united my country through marriage and diplomacy. I funded a voyage that changed the world. There you go. My reign began Spain's golden age. Who knows? I and my husband, I don't know if that's proper English, implemented the Spanish Inquisition. That's a bad thing, right? Good citizen. I should not had it first. I sponsored Christopher Columbus. This is the lady. There's the lady who did it. Isabella the First policies shaped Spain's future as a global power with a lasting legacy. Queen Isabella the First. 1. There she is. Kind of a weird crown thing. Yeah. The Inquisition thing was not a good thing, right? Speaking of torture, I unified the Mongol tribes under my leadership. My empire stretched across Eurasia, the largest contiguous empire in history. My military tactics were ruthless and highly effective. I facilitated trade across the Silk Road. There you go. You guys got it. Everybody's getting it. Pretty good likeness, as far as we know. I am one of history's most feared conquerors. Indeed. Mr. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan's empire profoundly influenced trade, culture, politics across Asia and Europe. Genghis Khan. King Genghis Khan, incidentally. We're down to number 4, so we're getting up on the list here. These are the top 4 monarchs in history. This was a little surprising. I ruled as one of the few female pharaohs in Egypt. I focused on trade and building projects rather than conquests. My temple at Deir el-Bari is one of Egypt's architectural marvels. I often dressed in male regalia to assert my authority. Nope. Don't say the right answer yet. My reign was at a time of prosperity and peace in Egypt. She's got the coolest name of all the female pharaohs, female queens of Egypt. Who remembers that name? Nefertiti's cool, but not as cool as this one. That's right, this is Queen Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut. Her peaceful rule and achievements in architecture left a lasting legacy. Apparently the robots think so. She's number 4. Number 3 now. We're getting up on the list. I created one of the largest empires by the time I was 30. I spread Greek culture far and wide, as far as India. I named numerous cities after myself. Might as well. Might as well, right? My teacher was the philosopher Aristotle. Stuart's got it. There you go, rhombus. You guys know who this is. I am remembered as one of history's greatest military commanders. And Alexander's conquests, Alexander the Great, of course, and he's known as King Alexander the Great. His conquest spread Greek culture and led to the Hellenistic age, deeply impacting history. All right, we're down to the top 2. The top 2. Who do you think they are? They're both Egyptian, which is interesting. I was an influential queen alongside Pharaoh Akhenaten. Remember Pharaoh Akhenaten? I played a significant role in Egypt's religious shift. My famous bust is one of, not breasts, busts, is one of the most recognizable ancient artifacts. I worship the sun god Aten. There you go, Ramses. Keep saying Nefertiti long enough, you get it. She's number 2 on the list, hit parade. I am often remembered as one of history's most beautiful women. There you go. Nefertiti's beauty and her role in religious reform remain iconic in ancient Egyptian history. Nefertiti. There she is. We're down to number 1. Go ahead, guess. The top monarch in history. I ruled Egypt for over 6 decades. That's an old man for back then, right? My reign saw extensive building projects, including Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel. I signed one of the earliest known peace treaties. My military campaigns expanded Egypt's influence. Not Tutankhamun, not Kung Fu. I am known as blank the Great. Anybody know who this is? I am known as blank the Great. Number 1 of all time. Not Tutankhamun. No, he was not that big a deal. He had a nice tomb. This is King Ramses II, or King Ramses the Great. Ramses' reign marked a golden age of power and monumental achievements in Egyptian history. There you go. I think it was a little arbitrary, the robot's ranking, but yeah, King Ramses the Great. There were a lot of guys named the Great, right? So you know that they're great because they're named the Great. All right, very good. I do have a bonus round, so anybody that wants to stick around, we can do a bonus round. The bonus rounds typically are only 10 items each. And let's see what we got here. First one is famous military generals through history. So not United States, but military generals through history. And then the second one is more famous Egyptians. So we get to revisit the Egyptians. Here we go. Famous military generals through history. This general was born on the island of Corsica in 1769. He became an artillery officer after graduating from a military academy. He crowned himself Emperor of the French in 1804. There you go. George got it. Romulus has it. Famous military generals through history is our category. Robots paint, you guys guess. And you guessed pretty well this time. He is known for his role in the Napoleonic Wars. Well, that's kind of a giveaway clue, isn't it? He was exiled to the island of Elba and later St. Helena. Napoleon Bonaparte is considered one of the greatest military strategists in history. There he is, Napoleon. These are not in countdown order, so they might start with the best. Number 2. This general was born in Virginia in 1732. He worked as a surveyor before his military career, and he did indeed lead the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War. I bet you can guess. He presided over the Constitutional Convention. Did you know he was in charge of that? And of course, he did become the first president of the United States. Yeah, pretty easy one. I think these military generals are going to be fairly easy, so a little break for you guys. Yes, indeed. This is Mr. George Washington. George Washington is often called the father of his country for his pivotal role in the founding of the United States. George. There you go. Quite a few things are named after Washington, aren't there? Just a few things. Like a school in every town, a street in every town, a state, a capital. All right, next up. This general was born in Rome in 100 BCE, or BC if you prefer. He formed the first triumvirate with Pompey, and Crassus. Unfortunately, he crossed the Rubicon River, which did indeed spark a civil war. He was assassinated on the Ides of March. Yeah, Stuart has that. He famously said, "Veni, vidi, vici." Okay. I came, I saw, I conquered. Nice. Veni, vidi, vici. So you can remember that, so you can use that. That's right, Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar's military and political achievements laid the foundation for the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar. Next up, making his second appearance of the night on Quick Bite History Live, this general was born in Pella, Macedonia in 356 BCE. He was tutored by the philosopher Aristotle, as we discussed earlier. He succeeded his father, actually, King Philip II, when he was only 20 years old. And he did create one of the largest empires in history by the age of 30. There you go. Making his second appearance of the night. And this is before he left on the Great Adventure. He didn't have a beard yet. And then we did the one with the beard, right? He had the beard in the other one. He never lost a battle in his military career. Never did. Alexander the Great, his conquests spread Greek culture and influence throughout much of the known world. That's right. And he was tutored by Aristotle, which is a key thing. And then 356 BCE. So there you go. What, 300 years before, a little more than 300 years before Julius Caesar. Okay, this general was born Hiram Ulysses Grant. Well, what? That's a great clue. In Ohio, 1822. And he schooled the robots. Take him out to the woodshed. He graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point. He achieved fame with his victories at Fort Danielson and Vicksburg. He accepted Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse. Who knows who this is? Yeah, yes. Yeah, the robot's first clue. It's like, what are they thinking? I'm just reading the clues. I don't come up with this stuff. He became the 18th president of the United States. And yes, this is Mr. Ulysses S. Grant. He played a crucial role in leading the Union Army to the victory during the American Civil War. And like we said, he accepted the surrender of Mr. Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse. Next up, this general was born in Denison, Texas in 1890. He graduated from West Point in 1915. He served as Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe during World War II. It's quite a mouthful. Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe. He planned and executed the D-Day invasion. This guy. And he did become the 34th President of the United States. Oh, come on. You guys should know this one. Come on. Come on. He became the 34th president. He's a good golfer. What, you don't think it looks like him, maybe? Maybe you don't think it looks like him? Yes. The British guy, yeah. Dwight D. Eisenhower's leadership was instrumental in the defeat of Nazi Germany during World War II. There you go. Number 8 out of 10. We only got three more generals. This general was born in Carthage, which is modern-day Tunisia, in 247 BCE, so like 100 years after Alexander. He was a military commander during the Second Punic War. And his most famous thing is when he crossed the Alps with war elephants. Yes, indeed. That'd be cool to see. I think I need to do an AI video of that now that the AI is getting so good. I don't know if you guys watch some of the other videos, but like every week they get superior. They get better and better. The videos are something else now. He achieved a major victory at the Battle of Cannae, if I'm saying that correctly. He was a formidable enemy of the Roman Republic. Yes, you have it. Sure. Hannibal is considered one of the greatest military commanders in history, known for his tactical genius. Next one's kind of hard. Number 9. This general was born in the state of Qi, modern-day Shandong, China, around 544 BCE, so before those other guys. He served as general and strategist for King Heilu of Wu. He wrote a treatise on military strategy and tactics. This is the guy who wrote the book. His work emphasizes the importance of deception and strategy. So, first of all, what's the name of the book? You guys should know the name of the book, probably. No, this isn't Genghis Khan. He was up north. He was a Mongol. This is a Chinese guy. This is the guy who wrote the book. And he was a general. Yes. Oh, glory. Art of War is correct as well. His last name was Su or TZU, right? Sun Tzu. And the book, of course, was The Art of War. There you go. He was number 9 on our general list. And now number 10. You guys have all been calling for him. This general was born in San Gabriel, California in 1885. And he competed in modern pentathlon at the 1912 Olympics, way back. He led the U.S. 7th Army in the Mediterranean and European theaters during World War II. There you go. You got it. He commanded the 3rd Army during the Battle of the Bulge. He was known for his bold tactics and leadership style, and a damn good movie. Who remembers who played him in the movie? Who played Mr. George S. Patton in the movie? Anybody remember? He also has a middle initial. George S. Patton's aggressive and effective command made him one of the most famous American generals of World War II. And the guy who played him in the movie was named George C. Scott. And he got an Academy Award for that, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, those were our generals. So now we're doing, what are we doing? Oh, we got one more general. Excuse me, I have 11 generals. I got one more bonus general. This general was born in Tikrit, modern day Iraq. That's the same place Saddam Hussein was born, right? Tikrit. Except for this guy was born in 1137. He was Kurdish origin and served the Zengid dynasty. He became the first Sultan of Egypt and Syria. Not Xerxes, but it is a famous name in the Arab world, the Persian world. He captured Jerusalem from the Crusaders. This is the most famous thing. In 1187. This is the guy. Yeah, there you go, Old Glory. This is the guy that took back Jerusalem. He was known for it, but he was known for his chivalry and generosity to his enemies. This is Saladin. Saladin's leadership and military prowess were crucial in the Muslim recapture of the Holy Land during the Crusades. Saladin. All right, well, like I said, that's the end of our generals. Now we have our last round of 10 folks. And this is 10 iconic figures from ancient Egypt. 10 iconic figures from ancient Egypt. So we should be able to get these. How's everybody doing still? Hanging in there? Here we go. 10 more. That's it. We can last. We can do it. This pharaoh ascended to the throne at a very young age. His tomb was discovered in 1922. He reigned during the New Kingdom period. The recent guy. New Kingdom. He is known for restoring traditional Egyptian religion and art. Rumbus, Old Glory. You guys are correct. His tomb was found almost intact and filled with treasures. This is indeed King Tut. Tutankhamun, often called King Tut, became famous worldwide after the discovery of his nearly intact tomb in the Valley of the King. You guys remember Steve Martin, this popular song? Saturday Night Live kid. You guys remember that? Oh, is my internet going slow? Well, I apologize. It is Starlink. And we do have a little rain tonight, so it's possible that it's a little bit iffy. But anyway, here we go. Number 2. This pharaoh ruled Egypt for 66 years. And he's making his second appearance of the evening. He is often regarded as one of Egypt's greatest and most powerful pharaohs. You remember from like 10 minutes ago? He signed the first peace treaty with the Hittites. He built numerous monuments, including the temples of Abu Simbel. Yes. Yes. How about tell me which number, man? He built numerous monuments, including the temple of Abu Simbel. He is known as Ramses the Great. And he's also Ramses II. Ramses II. But he looks nothing like the Ramses II that we just in the last round. Does he? I mean, I don't know. Doesn't just can't tell. Though. He's wearing a different hat. He is wearing a different hat. His long reign, extensive building projects left a lasting legacy in ancient Egyptian history, as we know. Now, we all know this Egyptian making her second appearance of the evening. This queen was last active ruler of the Ptolemaic, or Ptolemaic, because the P is silent, right? Kingdom of Egypt. She was fluent in several languages. She had a relationship with Julius Caesar. She later aligned with Mark Antony against Rome. Yes, indeed, this is the famous, beautiful, and alluring Cleopatra. She is often depicted Cleopatra's political acumen and romantic liaisons have made her one of the most famous figures of ancient Egypt. Yes, indeed. I like this picture of her better, too. Yeah, this is a good one. Robots. Robots are doing good. That's an awful easy one, wasn't it? Sorry. It is what it is. Number 4 on our Egyptian hit parade. This queen was the wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten, making her second appearance of the evening. She is known for her beauty, depicted in a famous bust. You have to remember, like 15 minutes ago, which for me would be hard, but maybe you guys. She played a significant role in the religious revolution that worshipped the Aten. Aten. Her name means the beautiful one has come. Yes, everybody's getting it? This is a good, decent picture of her, right? Not bad. She was the stepmother. Did you know this? She was the stepmother of Tutankhamun. I don't know if you knew that. Huh. I didn't know that. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Nefertiti's bust is one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egyptian art and beauty. Queen Nefertiti. There she is. Bum, bum, bum. Next up, making her second appearance of the evening, number 5. This pharaoh was one of the few female rulers of ancient Egypt. I don't think Nefertiti actually ruled, right? She was the wife of Akhenaten. But this one ruled. She ruled as a regent for her stepson, Thutmose III. If I'm saying that properly, Thutmose III. She is known for her extensive building projects, including her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bari. She often depicted herself as a male pharaoh in statues. I think we might have a slow internet, but you guys know who this one is. We talked about it before. Making her second appearance of the evening. She was one of the most successful pharaohs, reigning for over 20 years. Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut. Her reign was marked by peace and prosperity, and she is considered one of Egypt's most effective and innovative rulers. Next up, making his first appearance of the evening. This pharaoh attempted to shift Egyptian religion to monotheism, one god. He moved the capital to a new city, shaking things up. Akhenaten, modern day Armana. He was the father of Tutankhamun. I didn't know that either. This is Tutankhamun's father. Huh. And his wife was the famous Queen Nefertiti. He worshipped the sun disk Aten. Yes. There you go, Rombos. I don't know if it looks like him, though. I'm not sure we know what he looked like. He didn't have a famous bust. Yes, indeed. This is Mr. Akhenaten. Akhenaten's religious reforms were largely undone after his death. Oh, that's too bad. Changed the executive orders. His reign remains a fascinating chapter in ancient Egyptian history. We've got 4 left. This polymath, like Leonardo, served as chancellor to Pharaoh Dozier. He was an architect, a physician, and a priest. Excuse me for a sec. I'm back. He was later deified and worshipped as a god of medicine. This is the guy who designed the step pyramid at Saqqara. This is the guy who designed it. You remember the architect? Pretty famous in Egyptian history, right? The name of the architect guy. He was later deified and worshipped as a god of medicine. He is often considered the first recorded architect in history. Surely you can remember his name. First architect in history. Imhotep. Imhotep. Does that sound familiar? Imhotep's achievements in architecture, medicine have earned him a lasting legacy in both fields. There you go. That's an odd combination, architect and doctor, but what the heck? Egyptians. All right. This pharaoh, making his first appearance, is often referred to as the Napoleon of Egypt. The Napoleon of Egypt. He co-ruled with his stepmother Hatshepsut. So this is the nephew. I think I've got that right. Step-nephew. I got that wrong. Stepson. For 22 years. He led numerous military campaigns expanding Egypt's empire. His reign saw the construction of many monuments and temples. He is considered one of the greatest military leaders in ancient Egyptian history. So while his stepmother, I think I've got that right now, Hatshepsut was in charge of building all the buildings, this guy was out conquering stuff. See if I remember who this is. Because I kind of said it in the previous thing. This is Thutmose the Third, if I pronounced that right. Thutmose the Third. Anyway, learn something every day. Quick Bite History Live. Next up, I've seen this guy's name on your list a few times. This pharaoh is best known for commissioning the Great Pyramid of Giza. He ruled during the Old Kingdom period. His Greek name is different. Cheops. His Greek name is Cheops. Hey, King of Kings, that's the correct answer. You got it. Yeah, that's not really. I don't. Oh, it's close to spelled right. Just a little dyslexic. We'll give it to you. Yeah, that's right. This is Khufu. Khufu, or Cheops, Greek name. Khufu's Great Pyramid remains one of the most impressive architectural feats in history. The tallest building for over 3,800 years. There you go. Cuckoo. That's him. Cuckoo. You know what? It's sad, but we're on the last one of the evening. We've made it. You guys made it. And making his first appearance of the evening, this pharaoh was the father of Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great. So there you go. He reestablished Egyptian control over Canaan and Syria. Which Canaan, that's where like Israel and Jerusalem and stuff is, right? Canaan, I think. If I'm not mistaken. He initiated numerous building projects, including the Temple of Abydos. He ruled during the 19th dynasty, whenever that was. Ramses I is a darn good guess, but actually it's incorrect. Believe it or not, it's incorrect. He initiated numerous building. Oh, I said that. He ruled during the 19th dynasty. I said that. His tomb in the Valley of the Kings is one of the best preserved and most beautifully decorated. There you go. It's a big guy. Father of Ramses II, who's known as the greatest Egyptian pharaoh. In fact, he's known as the greatest monarch in history. So this is his dad. He must have done something good. This is Seti the First. Seti the First. There you learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. And I do want to really thank everybody for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Check out my channel sometime. You know, you can watch some of these on long form anytime you want. If you like them, you can do them. I've got maybe 50 of them in there, so there's lots of things to do. Anyway, what else is going on? Anybody got anything hot? Otherwise, we'll say goodnight. Any hot news? Is England going to switch over to a Trump-like candidate? Yeah, the Egyptians are kind of hard. I'm not sure the robots did as good a job painting the Egyptians as they did with the architecture earlier in the evening and the monarchs. They did pretty well with. So anyway. All right, guys, take it easy. Good night, and thanks again. I do appreciate it.